Robert Knight, and you may notice it's a little brighter than usual. I'm filming this a lot earlier than I usually do. And I want to start off by apologizing for not having a regular video this past Friday. I was having some really weird audio issues that I finally think I have sorted out, so we should be back to normal. You really haven't missed much. In fact, in recording last Friday's video, I was mostly just trying to think of subjects to talk about. But I want to start off by saying that it's really comforting to see whenever you guys comment or like my videos. And those things really, really help, especially such a small, young channel. So thank you for those of you that have done that already. And if you like the video, I would encourage you to leave a comment or a like on the video. If you're not subscribed, subscribing helps the channel grow so I can bring you more content. Any of those things really help motivate me to keep going with this journey that I love so much. And today is a little bit special. I wanted to give you guys an extra little video to make up for last week, but I'm also going to start including a secret phrase that I will give you at the end of the video. So stay tuned. If you stay awake, please feel free to add this week's secret phrase in the comments. I also want to talk a little bit about some ideas I've had for membership and the Patreon. So the Patreon, which I have been working on for a little while, is going to cover Ant Studio as a whole. What is Ant Studio? In late 2013, I started this channel and quickly decided that I wanted to produce for not only myself but other creators and do content outside of ASMR. So I created Ant Studio, which is a separate channel, but is going to kind of serve as my umbrella for any sort of creative video work and editing work that I do, whether it's here or for other creators or to help other creators. My hope for the future is that Ant Studio also can act as like a home for other creators that are looking to either start out from very little or just get help with getting their voices amplified and heard. So the Patreon and a lot of the membership will be under Ant Studio, and the benefit of that is not only will you get extra ASMR content for All Night ASMR, but you will get other content outside of that as well, whether it be from me or for any other creators under the Ant Studio umbrella. So it's still very much a work in progress, but there is a link in the description to the Ant Studio Patreon. Right now you can get in for free, and there's not much there yet, but it will be a good place for us to discuss what you would like to see from All Night ASMR and other Ant Studios creations, what kind of benefits you would like. And then as the channel grows, I will start to have exclusive videos strictly for subscribers as well. So I'm really excited to announce that. I really hope to see you there. Now, as far as updates and other news goes, really want to talk about ASMR, my history with it, kind of a history of the movement concept. I don't know what you would like to call it, and where it fits into where we are today. And it's interesting, this is something that I talked about for most of my unreleased video last week, but today it also came up because I was watching a video from Maika ASMR, whose channel is .okome, and she had a very, very interesting and very tingly video about a recent issue she ran into where one of her videos was unreasonably age restricted. And there is a common misconception that ASMR content is exclusively also erotic in nature, which really is not the case. And for creators like me, and I think, in her video, Maiko expressed some of the same thing, it can be very disheartening and sometimes frustrating to see this kind of discrimination or profiling against ASMR videos and content and creators, when really they're just trying to make content that relaxes people, that helps them sleep, that helps them relieve stress in very wholesome and constructive ways. This community, of course, is vast, and there are a variety of people that create and express themselves, and some of those are, naturally a little bit more salacious, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I do think that we need to do a lot of work to kind of dispel the stigma that comes with ASMR content and really let people know a better idea about who we are, what this community is, because so many people could benefit from it from very, very good medical and just lifestyle ways. I'm being very clumsy with how I word these things. But I'm going to link her video in the description. If you're as engaged with the community as I am, you might have already seen it, but if not, I would encourage you to add it to a playlist, take a watch, show some support to her, because it's very good, and the things that she's saying are very important to the ASMR community. My personal journey with ASMR is something I've been thinking about for the past week or so, and it's interesting to live in the time we are in relation to this, because it's something that is so new and sort of this strange frontier of people finding out what really has been there for a while. The first time that I ever experienced anything like ASMR, and this is kind of dating myself, was when I was very, very young. My mom used to listen to this radio program called Hearts of Space. Hearts of Space was a radio program from, I think, the 80s and early 90s, where, of course, that's before the idea of the concept of ASMR was really, around in how we know it today. But Hearts of Space was a program that had a lot of just ambient music, and then between between songs was hosted by a DJ who also spoke in a very kind of relaxing, low, maybe even a little bit sarcastic sounding voice, very on brand for the era. But I remember as a little kid, like probably like my mom, listening to that and really just kind of calming down, relaxing. And it might have been what she used to calm me down as a little toddler. From that point on, it kind of started a lifelong affinity for relaxing sensations and tingles of all sorts. I remember that I would always enjoy going to doctor's appointments as a kid because of how relaxing it would be to just sit in the doctor's office and listen to the doctor talk. It might be a little strange now that I think about it because I was in the doctor a lot as a kid. Um, and then from there, kind of the sort of typical things you hear from pre-ASMR relaxation content, really into Bob Ross because of how relaxing his show was. And then it just kind of became integrated into my life. I like a lot of relaxing music. I like just relaxing activities, things like that. And it wasn't until probably 2016 or 2017 that it kind of came back up where I started watching a Japanese ASMR artist called Hatamogi ASMR. And I kind of laugh at this because I'm not usually much for food content, not usually a big fan of mukbang or things like that. But she did these really, really good, like, holiday treat eating videos and these cool marshmallow videos or different drinks. And I would just put them on while I worked, and it just unlocked this whole other world for me where then I started watching ASMR Darling and GB and a lot of the household ASMR names now. And yeah, ever since it's been something that has been on every night to help me go to sleep. My YouTube algorithm even kind of knows, like, it's getting to be around 10 o'clock, then Rob is going to be looking at ASMR videos. But I think that it's something that is so useful for me, and I know for many, many other people. And I'm really, really proud to be part of this community. I'm really, really excited to be able to do this for you. For you, those of you that have been here, that you really enjoy my content, it's very, very special to me. I also wanted to spend this time to highlight some other channels that I really enjoy, in case you are new to ASMR, so you kind of have a primer of different places to go. If you've been around since my first few videos, you might already know that I'm a fan of Jubilee ASMR. She does some really good gameplay videos if you're into like the gaming type scene, and these are really, really awesome Zillow house tours that I kind of want to do some of that at some point. Who else? Fred's Voice ASMR is really, really interesting role plays. I love some of the ways he just kind of integrates little bits of his process and kind of behind the scenes stuff into his videos, as well as just being very charming and having a great voice. Emma's MySpace. Oh my gosh, I am always blown away with how creative and funny she is. She did this video. maybe like 6 or 8 months ago, that was all underwater ASMR. And I think at this point I've kind of figured out most of it, but just from a technical perspective, figuring out like how she did some of these shots and how she stayed underwater for so long, I was just in awe. Like, just from a technical standpoint, I really nerd out on technical stuff. Very, very good. But even more of her like more traditional things, very funny, very, very, very well done. She is really on the bleeding edge of the ASMR space. I also like to try and find a lot of international creators. For a while, Japanese. Usually, I go outside of ASMR. Another one of my hobbies is language, and so I tend to stray towards ASM artists that speak in my target languages. So for a while, I was really, really into Japanese ASM artists. ASM artists. I never know which one to say. I also like some Korean ASM artists, namely Yunzil ASMR, and also Mimo ASMR is the other Korean one that I really, really like. But I have always loved Portuguese. I've been learning it for half my life. I may at some point do some videos in Portuguese, but I'm really not sure because despite how long I've been learning, I'm not really that great at it yet. But also Maya ASMR does great work and has been kind of a personal inspiration for some of my videos, including parts of this one. And as well as Miri's ASMR, who I adore. I don't know how she does it, but her streams, her videos are really great. And who else? There were a couple other people I wanted to mention. Alana ASMR is a constant favorite. I don't think I've ever made it through a whole video of hers without falling asleep, but she is kind of my go-to, like, if nothing else is working, if I've flipped through 5 ASMR videos and I'm not getting tired, I'll just put one of hers on, and that's like, okay, this is the emergency button. So Alana, if you ever see this, thank you for being, for your videos being my emergency button for so long. As well as Cat Plant ASMR, who, going back to video games, like, her gaming content has always been not just good for relaxation, but has also helped me be very informed with things like buying a Steam Deck, things like that. So, yeah, I really, really love this space. I really love providing relaxation and help for sleep for you. And in the next few weeks, I will be doing a little bit more variety of my content. I have started to realize that the Tuesday videos tend to be more ambient, less talking, and there still is going to be more of what you've seen for the past few weeks there. I have a few rain videos that I still want to do, some other ambient and some other no talking ideas. But Tuesdays I want to be a little bit more experimental. So I am going to start trying to do some more things like role plays and different voice added ASMR on Tuesdays as well. And then Friday, of course, is still going to be reserved for the Friday show. Again, still looking at how how that's going to look, if I'm going to stay set up in the same spot or if I'm going to change to a different set, we'll see. But you can expect a lot more variety and some changes in the next few weeks. So look forward to that. Again, please leave comments or ideas or things you would like to see or things you've liked on the channel, because all of those things are very, very helpful. Now, if you've made it this far in the video, congratulations for staving off sleep this long. And this week is going to have 2 secret codes. The first one for today's video is going to be the thinking emoji. So if you've made it this far, please put the thinking emoji down in the comments. Thank you everyone for your patience, for being here, for helping this channel grow and keeping me motivated to keep going. I wish you all a very pleasant rest